Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Hakuoki Kyoto Wins. We are along Okita Souji's route. Well, we're at the very end of it anyway. We're going to just do his tragic love ending and his bad endings here. And for both of those, we have to go down to the record of service, down to chapter 5, find Okita's chapter 5, start romance low, and skip until you get to the choices. First choice this time. This isn't what Kondo would want. I was certain Okita had gone out into the streets to find the person who shot Kondo. I understood how he felt, but if you keep this up, you're going to break Kondo's heart. If Kondo wakes up, what would he feel if he finds out you've broken the code? His brow silently furrowed. Okita had known Kondo so well. I was sure that he would know exactly what I was talking about. So please, just go back, okay? Even if you can find the person who shot Kondo, killing him won't make Kondo better.
Maybe. But what else can I do?
Huh?
It's not like I'm Hijikata or Gen or someone who can just speak with the suits up at the shogunate. Nor does it mean I can be like Shinpachi or Sano or Heisuke, who had the relationship they do with Kondo. Well, that's when I became a fury. I thought it'd make me a better weapon, but now I'm just useless again.
Oh. He was furious now. I didn't dare speak to him. But as I watched, I realized the anger was a mask. Beneath it was an anxious, frightened child who feared he'd lost his way. Something I'd said had touched a place in Okita that he didn't want anyone else to see. I'd hurt his feelings. Alright, so here, I gotta save the game so I can come back and make the other choice for the bad ending. For tragic love, we had to say, I'm worried about you, Okita. Because I was worried about you, Okita. And then skip. And here's where it's different.
What the hell are you doing sitting there? Get the hell out of the way!
Okita pushed me and I fell to the floor. Right after.
Ugh.
Okita!
This is nothing. Furies heal up pretty quick.
Okita winced as he finished his sentence, trying to feign toughness, but...
Huh?
The wounds covering his body didn't seal up as immediately as I had so desperately hoped. Seems like your assumptions were a little off, eh? Okita, did you forget who was responsible for you drinking the water of life? Isn't it obvious I'd come up with a backup plan? Kaoru was barking proudly, turning around to face his men who held their guns at the ready. I think Okita there wants to die in front of my adorable little sister. Who are we to deny him his last wish? With Kaoru's word, the men pointed their guns toward Okita. But...
I won't let you.
That's right, he's not just going to take it. Okita kicked the floor, propelling him forward. In what seemed like the blink of an eye, he was slashing the soldiers with savage cruelty. Others who were not killed were cowering at his display, but they readied their guns. Pointed them to Okita, and they all shot at once.
Ugh.
A small scatter of bullets hit Okita, but he didn't flinch at all, and he turned to face them, wearing the eyes of a hunter, and he slayed them all. An eerie silence followed afterwards.
Seems like you're the only one left now. You ready?
Okita was drenched with a mixture of his blood and the blood of those freshly killed. Despite being covered in a morbid amount of gore, he stood up straight, fierce as a hawk. It was hard to believe he wasn't the god. You think you can defeat me just because you can withstand a couple bullets? I may not look like much, but I'm a male demon of the Yukimura clan.
Can't give less of a crap. Because of you, Kondo was injured. No matter what happens, I'm dragging you down to hell with me.
I'd like to see you try then. Kaoru grinned maliciously, as he unsheathed his katana, and then Okita rushed for Kaoru in a hot-headed outburst. It was as if a demon had possessed him. As I was watching from the side, I found it hard to move a muscle. Eventually, Okita had a sword smacked from his hands. "See, I told you it would be difficult. You underestimated me." Okita gritted his teeth. Then from afar, there was the sound of whistles. It appears as though we have some troublemakers who would like to join us. I suppose we can save this for later. Hopefully next time you'll put up more of a fight. Well, hopefully next time you won't cheat so much.
Wait!
Okita attempted to run after Kaoru, but the latter had already dissolved into the darkness without a trace. As the adrenaline from the fight seemed to wane, Okita fell to the floor on his knees. "Okita, take my arm. Let's go back to the magistrate." I picked up Okita's sword, which had been lying on the ground, and handed it back to him. Then...
Can you not?
He angrily yanked the sword from my hands. "I'm just trying to help, man." He then pointed the sword, which was coated in a thick wet layer of blood, toward me. "Okita!"
If you would have just stayed out of my way, I wouldn't have been shot up so badly.
Well, you didn't have to protect me.
Then I would have been able to avenge Kondo. How dare you get in my way?
Oh. I was shivering from fear as Okita seethed bitterly at me. He was right. Had I not been there, Okita could have potentially killed Kaoru.
After tomorrow, don't ever show your face to me again. If you know what's good for you, you'll make sure to sleep at night, like Hijikata and Hajime.
But...
You're in my way, and you have the same face as the person I could have killed tonight. Next time you come near me, I'll kill you. This isn't a joke, and it isn't a threat.
It's a promise?
I don't give a crap what Hijikata or anyone else says. I promise you, I will kill you.
Now that I knew the kind of person that Okita was, I knew just how serious his words were as he made this promise to me. Okita turned to walk away, keeping his blood-drenched blade in his hand. He walked unsteadily and disappeared into the night. Kaoru just moments before had disappeared.
I should have said this to you a lot sooner. I wonder why it took me so long to get there.
His voice was so low that I felt as if the wind had carried his words into my ear. My spirit felt shattered. I crumpled to the floor. I couldn't even bring myself to run after him as he drifted further and further from me. For Okita, his top priority was to avenge Kondo. This made me nothing but a burden to him. It was painful to acknowledge, but I felt it. Okita, if you eventually fulfill your wish, would that bring you true happiness at the end of it all? Probably not. And that's our ending. Well, I guess that means we never get back together, but doesn't really explain much of what else happens after that. Alright, skipping those credits and going right to the bad ending. So we'll load that save I did. Wait a minute. Okay, this guide is wrong. But I hope that I hope choosing this option will give us the different ending. I'm not sure if that was the bad ending or the tragic love ending. So I guess it was tragic love because you get the normal Finn screen with tragic love, and you get the other screen with the loud music for the bad ending. So hopefully choosing this will give us the bad ending. I didn't think there was any point in stopping you.
That's not an answer. If there's no point, then why not leave me be?
If I could, I wouldn't have followed you like this.
Oh, whatever. Do what you want. You won't listen to me anyway.
Something hot pierced through my chest.
Chizuru!
I heard Okita's voice echo from a small distance away, but for some reason, I couldn't put any strength in my body, and I collapsed to the ground. What had just happened to me?
Well, this is why I told you to stay behind. I thought I couldn't do a single thing for you out here, but I just realized there's one thing I can do. Avenge you. Wait for me in the afterlife, Chizuru. I bet when I die, though, I'll be going straight to hell, so I doubt we'll see each other again.
Oh, don't say that. Just when I heard that, I heard a horrendous shriek ring from one ear to the other. Then... Kaoru groaned from Okita's wound. Such was the last sound I'd heard before my consciousness faded away into a flash of white. So I went with my brother. Well, Okita got his revenge in that one. So that's it for our trip with Okita. I kind of feel like he has it the worst out of everyone in this game, although that remains to be seen with the new guys coming in and all. We'll have to see how those guys turn out. When Ada Blossom's coming out, whenever it comes out, if they'll ever give us an announcement. Release date. Come on, Idea Factory International, please! So yeah, tomorrow I'll be starting on Hijikata. So I hope to see you there or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.